Oh, she said her name like she already famous and shit. Like we supposed to know who the hell she is already.
Hey, that's how you remember. Waving off every. DeAja Marie.
Oh, she said her name. Go ahead, baby.
DeAja Marie.
Oh, she said her name like she already famous and shit. Like we supposed to know who the hell she is already.
Down the road. That's when I knew I had it.
DeAja Marie.
Oh, she said her name like she already famous and shit. Like we supposed to know who the hell she is already.
Hey, that's how you remember.
I bought these niggas like I wanna sip. I send on these bitches while I'm in the dip. See, I'm my ill when the gun at the tip. I thought that baby is in the dip. I beat it up and I call it a lip. I run it up, I ain't running that lip. All these niggas know we niggas is drip. If you can get nervous. Money never really changed up. I'm just jumping to the top. What the hell do you do my name for? I'm just a 40 summer. Now I'm just looking for the fuck. They don't let me do my change up. And everybody sees the stuff. Make some motherfucking noise in this bitch, man.
Yo, peace and blessings. Hey, I definitely want to welcome you all back for another great episode. You know my name, Celebrity Interviewer. I said it, and this is not the show today, but this is the square table. You know, only where you come get back in your square, only is the square table. And I brought three of my celebrity friends with me. You know what I'm saying? People that's great supporters. You know what I mean? I gave you a little preview when it came on. You know what I mean? A little video, a little backstory. And man, we actually have a superstar in the building today. You know what I'm saying? With my brother Taco, I'm glad he showed up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you all get his album. You know what I'm saying? Talking about right here. It's stores right now. And my brother signed to Sony, so you know what I'm saying? I'm real glad that he was able to pop up and it was on time too, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm just gonna kinda go around the table and just allow everyone to just introduce themselves. But these two beautiful females that's here today, you all are very familiar with when it comes to my platform. DeAja, if you can please go first.
Hello. This is DeAja Marie. Thank you all so much. Thank you for having me, and I can't wait to get through this with you all. You guys can find me all on all social media at DeAja Marie. That's DeAjaMarie. Thanks.
Ooh, appreciate
Hey,
you.
what's
I'm
up,
so glad
everybody?
you was able to make it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. What we talking about? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your girl,
What's
LeeLee, the
the
goddess. You can follow me on all social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, Amazon, as LeeLee, the goddess. LEE space DA space GODDESS. Your girl, LeeLee, the goddess.
All right, appreciate you. I'm glad you made it, LeeLee.
Yes, good seeing you.
Then here go my brother Taco. Welcome.
What's the word, y'all, man? I appreciate you having me, bro. You know what I mean? I
All
go by
good.
the name of Taco. If you want to listen to my music, you know what I'm saying? I'm on all social media. All social media. You know what I'm saying? I got shows coming up. We want merch, anything regarding Taco. You go to my music. You go to my website, which is tacomusicofficial.com, and you'll find everything there, man. Everything, like I said, regarding my shows, my music, my videos, anything regarding Taco, you can find it on my website, tacomusicofficial.com.
All right, absolutely. That's what's up, man. I'm real glad you was able to make it too.
Yes, sir.
Like I say, I'm just so happy that everyone was able to make it. Shout out to all the audience out there. Please, when you see this, share this video. Very important. So again, shout out to my friend Mimie. She's actually the other co-host, but she has some other plans today. So you know what I'm saying? Salute to the queen, Mimie Acosta, the legendary out of ATL. But yeah, with that being said, why are we here today? Again, the square table is where we bring people from the industry together to talk about really important topics that, you know, goes in the community. So today's topic is called the fear of felon. And, you know, when you think about what is the fear of felon, to me, the first thing comes to mind, you know, everything is unscripted. You know, I just think about, you know, how we all battle the fact that, you know what I'm saying, we have challenges in our life, you know, psychologically, you know, whether it's things that we've been through growing up, you know, you might have failed, you might have always been the last person to get picked on the team, you might have, you know what I'm saying, just wasn't the most popular, you know, you might have have that support at home where people told you that you were great, that you were special, that you were someone. And so that transition to, you know, low self-esteem, and you just might then have confidence growing up. And then at some point, you know, like with me, you know, I kind of grew up being like a nerd. You know what I'm saying? And then I met my guy. Shout out to my brother Kevin Hale. He just comes to mind. He died at an early age, you know what I mean? But my brother Kevin Hale, he was like, man, we got like a little older. We was like 18 years old. And he was like, man, I see you picked the right side of the fence, bro. You definitely picked the right side of the fence. You know what I'm saying? He was just talking about like my confidence and just, you know, my little swag that I had gained, but that comes from just confidence. And I just, you know, at an early age, I just felt like, you know, I'm not going to fail no more. It ain't no room for failure. So that's just what comes to mind off my top, you know, when it comes to the fear of failing. And, you know, we all battle it. We all here, our movers and shakers are very somebody special. But, you know, you see us and you be like, man, they don't have no fear. Like, they don't go through nothing. Like, we just look like life is perfect sometimes for us.
Mm-hmm.
But you all have no idea of what we go through and the challenges that we go through mentally to have to come out every day and just to try to be great and just be consistent. So with that being said, I'm going to pass the mic to my friend DeAja. And if you could just kind of give like a little backstory in your definition or just explanation perspective of how you felt about the fear of felon, today's topic.
Well, yes, yes. So for me, I do a lot of theater and acting and modeling. So a lot of times I have to be, the saying, you have, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's like one of my biggest obstacles, like, because being ready and on time and all of that. So it's always something with making sure that I do certain things so I don't fail. With acting and things like that, that's not how I walk around every day. So that's one of my biggest things. I always feel like, oh, am I gonna, be perfect today? Is my hair gonna look nice, or am I gonna have on makeup and things like that? So one of those types of things is one of the things I focus on a lot with failing. Just making sure I'm on time and show up prepared. That's that's something that's really hard with, especially like you said, like we're movers and shakers. Like I'm always doing something, and a lot of times I have a lot of different hats that I wear. So sometimes I don't need the makeup for this, or sometimes I do, or sometimes I, took too long and didn't get enough sleep. So also that's actually another big thing that goes into with our lifestyles, the fear of failing, making sure that I show up on time and I'm well rested and fed, like we were just talking about earlier. Sometimes we put so much on our plate that a lot can overwhelm us and stress us. So having those fears, like when you have to, I like to focus on those things opposed to like the nerves and all of it. I use the nerves of failing and all of that to thrive better in my performances, I guess you would say. So I kind of counteract it, I guess you would say.
Okay, I love that. I really appreciate your perspective on that and how you approach it. If I could, I'm gonna pass the mic to my friend LeeLee. What do you think about this topic today?
I really like it. It's very strong, and I think it gives us a chance to go deep into why we do what we do and why we continue to pursue what we do and why we don't want to fail. And me personally, I since I was a little girl, I started as a baby. My mom had me model for Pampers. They said that, oh, that baby's got a nice, cute tushy. I said, really? Really? That's how I got the job, my butt? And for years, I mean, I did, it started was just like, the theater and all that stuff. But like, my dad was a DJ. So, of course, naturally, I was going to be involved in music one way or the other. And surviving being raped and left for dead at 17 years of age, and surviving the pregnancy, because I was on my deathbed. I made a promise to my daughter and to myself that I would never stop. I would just continue to do what I do, and not let anything dictate whether, it's a lot of people who know me that I am a singer. It's kind of like that movie Sister Act 2, when she says, if you wake up, the first thing you think of doing is singing, rapping, and you an entertainer. That's just who you are. You a writer. This is who you are. Nothing else is going to dictate that that's who you are, except for that's what you love to do. So, I just keep pushing and keep going.
Wow, I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of everyone on this panel today. But man, to overcome rape or anything like that, that's something that a shoe that everybody can't fit or even walk in, and they would have gave up. I'm so proud of you, LeeLee, for just keep going and just being strong enough to just be who you are. And I'm just, grateful to know you. Thank you for your perspective.
Yeah, that was strong right there. That was strong.
Yes.
Thank you.
Definitely, my brother's on you.
All right, so I look at failure a different way. I feel like we shouldn't have a fear of failing. And the reason I say that is because failing is what got me to where I am today. You know what I mean? Just because when you fail, you know what not to do the next time. You know what I mean? You know what to do the next time. You know what I'm saying? To not fail again. And so with me, I always use this story whenever we talk about failure. You know what I'm saying? I always say, I always use this saying. I say if you plan to fail, you fail to plan. Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? With me being a music artist, you know what I'm saying? I remember this like yesterday. Like my very first show, I had 4 people show up at my show. 4 people. And I was one of the popular people coming out of high school, or whatever. I'm like, everybody gonna come to my show. I was just so enthused on everybody being at my show. I just thought everybody was gonna come support. And so when I threw my very first concert, I had 4 people show up. I was crushed. I literally was like, that was a failure, you know what I mean? But I knew from then, I knew I didn't want to feel that feeling again. And so I made sure whenever I had my next show that it was going to be packed, you know what I'm saying? And I went out, I did what I had to do. I went out selling tickets. I was promoting crazy. I was knocking on everybody's door, calling everybody's phone. Like, look, I got a big show happening. You know what I'm saying? I was making it one of the biggest things I ever did. You know what I mean? And people saw that. People was like, man, he really enthused about this next show. Like, it must gonna be a great show. And so everybody showed up. Everybody showed up. I sold out my second show. I went from having 4 people show up and being crushed to having a sold out show, you know what I'm saying, at one of the top venues in Chicago, you know what I mean, at the time, The Wire. You know what I'm saying? That venue held over 600 people. And for me to be able to sell it out the second time after selling the first time, most people would have gave up, you know what I'm saying? And so I use failure as a building tool, you know what I'm saying? So I don't look at it as a fear of failing. I feel like none of us should have a fear of failing, because failing only makes us better.
That's good. Yeah.
Man, bro, that's incredible to go from 4 to 600. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like almost impossible. Like, not everyone can even say that. That's really dope. And I'm glad that you had that experience. And thank you, you know what I'm saying, for sharing that, man. Because that's vintage right there.
That is amazing.
Yeah, that's really incredible. You know what I mean? And just when it comes to me, again, when it comes to just selling with, poetry, like when I started doing poetry, because we used to listen to the Wu-Tang Clan, Nas, early Tupac, stuff like that, you know what I mean? And when I started writing, you know what I mean? Like, no one told me that I was a good writer. No one told me I was a good poet. Everyone tried to tear me down. I even had one of my homies, who's still one of my brothers, you know what I'm saying, that I consider a brother. But I spit, when I first had the confidence to spit for the first time in front of my people, he snatched the paper out of my hand. He tore my shit up and told me, you ain't shit. You ain't never going to be nothing. You suck.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, man, bro, like, I just built my confidence up to be able to speak up, and you tear my rhyme up, and I felt like this is my feelings. These are my emotions. I put everything in there. That really, like, tore me down. And I was like, man, maybe I'm not. And I questioned myself for a minute. But then I'm glad that, you know what I mean, when I went to Columbia College, I got on stage for the first time in front of everybody. I was at 19 years old. And it was for just a freshman orientation where it was just an open mic. And I got up there and I spit. And people was like chattering in the crowd. And it's like, he sucked. But I didn't hear. I heard it, but I didn't hear it. I let it go in one ear and out the other. And at that point, that's when I was like, you know what I'm saying? I might got something. You know what I mean? Maybe I am special, whatever like that. Because I didn't stop. I didn't respond. And that's just the thing, too. Whether you respond to people, you know what I'm saying, in the physical, or even respond to them thoughts in your head, don't respond, you know what I'm saying, overcome. And like I love what Taco and all of you all said about just not even acknowledging there is no fear of failing. Like, that shouldn't even exist. And like they say, it's a wasted emotion.
Yeah.
So I ought to go back to DeAja, based on what you've heard from what everybody else said, what do you want to add to that?
Definitely, yes. Like, that's what I was saying. I was trying to get at the same type of thing. Also, like, I had to grow tougher skin in this, and that made me better at, I guess, blocking the fear of failure, or like using the fear of failure, because I always heard people like say, you got to get a no, you got to get a lot of no's till you get a yes. So I used to always just kept focus on, like, just because this person didn't want me or didn't like me, that's not really failing. That's just a step that I had to take to get to the next spot that I wanted to go to.
Right.
Like when I went all the way, I was in Vegas on a trip, and I rode a Greyhound to Hollywood to do my first ever Hollywood audition. And I didn't get the part, but I always tell people, like, it was just the most amazing experience, because it was like I did it all on my own, and I didn't let the fear of failure stop me then. And even everybody was so scared, like, you can't just get on a plane and or get on a Greyhound and go. Like all my family, my mom, of course, she was more encouraging. Luckily, like my mom knows my personality and knows that I'm really spontaneous. So she just was like, be careful, please, pay attention. Don't be on your phone too much, stuff like that. So with that though, it gave me that oomph to be able to come back to Chicago and really go even harder, because now I was like, oh, I did it, and I did it in Hollywood. And I still they talked to me. They know my name. They saw my picture. They saw my resume. So coming back to Chicago, I'm like, okay, I just got to keep going. And that kind of pushed me to understand that just because I didn't make one little thing, it just wasn't my time. And then I've been a beauty queen. I've done a million other things. So it definitely paid off.
That's what's up. I'm glad that you stayed driven.
Yes, me too.
Really, you know what I'm saying? Based on what everybody's been saying.
Yeah.
It's all about the drive, persistence,
mm-hmm.
And that's your passion. If it's your passion, it doesn't ever go away.
Yeah.
And some people think that, like, they reach a certain age that they just listen. Look at what Madonna's doing, and people may have their judgment, but she's still going. Like, listen, more power to you, lady. Keep going. It's what you love to do. I mean, you may not do it the same way she do it, but she still just keep going. You got Nicki Minaj. She's in her 40s now, and she's still doing her thing. Look at Beyonce. Look at Sierra. These women are up there. They're older than me, and I'm like, they still doing it. They still rocking.
Exactly. So why would I stop? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I absolutely feel that. You know what I'm saying? You are so right. And I'm the one that's up there on this panel. I'm the oldest one probably on the panel right now. I'm about to be 42 years old, and I'm very proud of it too. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we can learn from the youth as we can learn from the elders. We can learn from everybody. So I appreciate you adding to that, LeeLee.
Yes.
Taco,
most definitely. I'm gonna piggyback off LeeLee, man. Consistency and persistency is the I feel like one of the most important things in the industry. It ain't got to be just music. It's modeling. It's anything in life. I feel like if you're consistent at it, you'll be successful with it. You know what I mean? You just gotta stay consistent. You can't be 300 pounds and be like, I'm gonna go to the gym for 1 week and what I'm saying and expect results. You know what I mean? You gotta continue to work on that. You know what I mean? To be successful at it. You know what I mean? And can't lose weight within a week or two. You got to keep going. Next thing you successful. You lost all the weight you wanted to lose. You know what I'm saying? Now you're successful with what you wanted to do. You know what I mean? I feel like I feel like that's one of the most important things: being consistent, being persistent. You know what I'm saying? So just piggyback off LeeLee.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, straight like that. I really love that. Thank you for your opinion, and just continue to add all of you all to this topic, because the fear of failing is just, again, something that, the average person, they just don't understand how to overcome that fear in their life, whether they've been through something physically, emotionally. And I do want to add, shout out to my parents, because they have always built me up. It ain't like, no one didn't tell me, like I didn't always have no one. I'm talking about the people that you listen to in the streets, because you always listen to your parents. Your parents are right, but your parents be the ones telling you the truth. Like, you are someone special. You are one of the millions. But I was like, yeah, you just telling me that because you had me. I'm just a child. That's why you just think that, because I look like you. But it's not true. Your parents really do see the greatness in you. They raise you from a baby, and just like Miss Pamper, LeeLee, Mimie and Pampers, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She they knew that you was special then when you was doing pamper modeling and all that stuff. Like, they just knew this, you know what I mean? So, man, we just gotta continue to just overcome, and just the hardest thing. You said what?
I said that's not. I did other modeling, like I modeled for Kmart afterwards, and I did like live fashion shows and all that. And even in my school, it was just how young I started.
No, I understand. I understand that. I understand. No, I'm not.
You ever heard?
I'm not.
You ever heard somebody say, "Listen, your butt got you"? I'm gonna try to say it like PG style. Your butt got you your job, literally. I said it did.
Right.
I was baby.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it worked out.
No, I'm definitely not limiting you to just being a pamper model. I know that you're super great. That's why you're on the show today. Everybody that's here today is someone great, and they on right. You
No,
feel
I
me?
just thought that was funny because, like you said, you know, you diapers.
Right, right. But no, real talk though, real talk. Let me see. No, like what I did is, and it was hard. Like when you step away from something, it's very hard to get your confidence back. Like, you know what I mean? I started doing poetry in 2001, but what I did was I stopped and I took a break in like 2006, 2007 because my best friend had died on my birthday. And I let that get to me to the point to where I'm like, man, I ain't feel like doing poetry no more. And despite I was working with a magazine company since 2003, I worked there for 17 years. I was still out here giving my all, but I wasn't giving my all to me. I was working it my ass off for somebody else doing, and working for these jobs and giving my spirit to other people and not giving it to me to what's going to benefit me in my future. And to where I was finally able to jump back into the scene. That was 2014. And you know what I mean? And because I had just total respect for the people that never stop, because you always got to respect the people that keep going. You know what I mean? I started just getting out there and start honoring people and showing love and just saluting them for not stopping because I let it get to me. You know what I'm saying? I quit on myself. You know what I mean? I didn't quit totally because I was still out here doing what I do, but I quit on my purpose. And so I had to find a way to get back to my purpose and just getting your confidence back and reminding yourself that you're not a failure, reminding yourself that you can win and, I'm not going to fail, with this one life that I get. You know what I'm saying? That's really important. So actually what we're going to do is we're going to take a short break because, I got to shout out my sponsors. I'm always grateful for the people that support me on the everyday. And man, we're going to get back to it. And when we come back, y'all, we're going to have an open discussion. This is where we can openly ask people questions like Taco can ask DeAja or LeeLee something or vice versa. So whatever like that. So again, thank you all for being here. Everybody that's watching, don't go nowhere. This is just a short intermission break. And like I said, we're going to be right back. All right, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all.
And these are my official sponsors. Shout out to business owner Dolores Green on Facebook, and please go visit her at hairbossbiz.com. You can contact her directly at hairbossbiz@gmail.com. Also, shout out to CEO of M.I.A. Entertainment Group, film, TV, and producer, the legendary Mimie Acosta. Shout out to business owner and podcast host Sophia Latrice. She has a spa in Plainfield, Illinois, and visit her website at lenisialex.com. Shout out to CEO and radio personality Cantone. You can visit his website at streetscienceradio.com. Shout out to author and animation commercial creator Linda Gregory. You can visit her website at lilyb.com. Shout out to business owner, the elite reader and licensed phlebotomist Cherie Patterson. Call her directly at 469-340-6489. And shout out to author with both her audiobook and hard copy novel Through the Eyes of Nitsi, Denise Donnerson. Order her book today on Amazon. The celebrity interviewer, I said it, and I approve this message.
Definitely. Welcome back to the square table. Only where you get back on your square at the square table. You know what I'm talking about? With me, hosted by myself, celebrity interviewer I Said It, and my friend, the legendary Mimie Acosta, who couldn't be here today, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out to her, holding it down to ATL. But we back. We just getting turned up, y'all. So let me bring my friends back, my celebrity friends, one by one. And man, what we talking about again is the fear of failing.
Hello.
So again, we're
What
just
is
getting
up?
turned up, man. We really about to have a good time now.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, when it
Y'all
comes to
ain't
now again, this is an open discussion. So, you know, anybody welcome to kick it off, you know what I'm saying? And just, you know what I'm saying, ask each other questions about, you know, maybe what they thought about, you know, in the first part of the show when it comes to how they overcame their fears and what they do in their particular world.
woo, I wanted to
Ladies first.
piggyback off you earlier though. I'm
There
gonna be
we
honest.
go.
That's what I was ready to do.
What's that,
Go
LeeLee?
for it,
I said,
LeeLee, go for it.
yeah, because you had mentioned about like believing in yourself, and you know, regardless if people were giving you positive feedback, and continuing your poetry. And I remember just like falling through the stage. I was like, it was a talent show, and I fell right through the stage. And I told the teacher, I said, "Listen, that
Wow,
stage looks like it's gonna split open." She didn't
man.
listen, and then I end up getting up on stage, performing. My leg goes straight through the stage, and then my two backup dancers were like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, just they kept going, which was, you know, if they were having a hard time, keep going. But I got back up. They saw me get right back up, and I kept performing, even though I had tissue damage and some muscle tearing during the whole performance, and I'm in like so much pain. I mean, I think my body temperature rose, but we finished the performance, and even though like the stage was not built right, and we had all these people holding the stage together, we still finished our set. And then afterwards I had everybody like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Now you want to ask me if I'm okay? Now you want to ask me if I'm okay? But I done told you that stage was gonna open up. You didn't want to listen to me." So then after that, I did develop a little tiny fear of the stage, not because the stage is so scary, but I just didn't know if it was gonna collapse on me. I didn't know if the foundation was something that was gonna split apart. But I like, as far as like fear of like performing, I never had that. I had the excitement of performing, and and the drive. But you know, also finding the right platforms to perform at is also a challenge, because you can't take your material and your content to every stage. Am I having
Right.
technical difficulties? I don't even know, because I heard something.
You're back. You're back now.
Oh no, we good. So throughout the years, I started to get better with the fear of the stage, because the foundations were so much better, to the point where it was just the floor, and I'm like, okay, this ain't collapsing, it's the floor. Everybody's sitting in a chair and there's a floor, and that's but you know, like throughout time, you know, other things start to develop, and you're like, wait, I didn't have this problem before. And it wasn't even a fear now of the stage collapsing, falling, or anything like that. Now it was just anxiety that I really couldn't get a grasp on. I'm like, where is this anxiety coming from? And it was like just picking up on other people's energies, and like social anxiety, I guess you can say, sort of developed, and I don't even know why. But then to the point where I couldn't even keep my legs from shaking, even though I felt fine. I'm like, I feel fine. Why are you shaking? So I literally took a chair, sat down. I told the people that put the event together, I said, listen, I know I'm gonna sound super diva, but my legs are shaking, and I'm in heels. I'm gonna need to sit my butt down while I perform. Is that okay with you? So they said, that's fine. I said, yeah. I told them medically I need to do that. So I sat down, did the set, and that's that. So in time, obviously, we have to kind of battle all these things that come at you in time, and not just because of age, it's just time. Shit happens. You know, as an
In real
artist, what do you
time.
do? You
In
know,
real
Taco,
time.
Right.
in real time. And Taco, I saw that performance, which got me all like hype and excited, which your
Yes.
backup dancers, it looked like they were like what, teenagers, right? So you were reaching out to the youth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Were they teenagers?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're teenagers, yeah.
They were teenagers. Okay. So,
That's
yeah, so
mad.
like, you know, that's, and I think that's positive to reach out to the youth, give them a platform and give them a good experience.
Exactly.
You know, whereas like you don't get too big to where you're not even willing to reach out to people who would love to have that wonderful experience. You just gave these people a beautiful experience. So shout out to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
I'm glad you was okay when you fell. You know what I'm saying? I got to piggyback off you now. Talking about falling, I was in high school and I ran cross country and track. I ran track for 4 years in high school. You know what I'm talking about? 3,200 meter relay, half mile, all that 800. You know what I'm saying? 400. But man, you know, so I did cross country for 3 years, and when we was at Illinois, I was so geeked for this race. Like I was expected to come in 1 or 2 based on my time that I was doing at that time. You hear me? I was probably like a junior in high school. And man, I was so geeked. And right at the beginning, man, I fell and tumbled and rolled over. You know what I'm saying? Just like a fucking reels video, like a funny reels, like home funniest videos.
Oh my
and
God.
At that point, I'm like, damn, like I was expected to win. I could have won this race. I actually felt like I could have won this race. And I was just like, what am I going to do? But I just got up and I was all scraped up. My back was scraped up. You know, someone had spiked me.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? That was another time, too. I got spiked in cross country all the time. But somebody had spiked me and I just got up and I was bleeding. You know what I'm saying? But I ran the race and my whole thing was like, just don't come in last. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone is already gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is like an 800, which is 4 times around the track indoors. And so everybody already halfway around. I had to catch up, and I was able to not come in last. I was like third to last, or something like that. So I was grateful that I didn't quit. But that was tough. You know, when you fall, man, that's so embarrassing. Like everybody watching you fall.
Man.
Right. I have something similar to that. I didn't fall, but it was pretty embarrassing. I was at a fashion show. Actually, my first time ever in a beauty pageant. First time ever. I was already the oldest one there, so I already felt like at this time I was still young. I was like, I just turned like 28, but I was the oldest one in this pageant. It was mostly younger girls, so I'm already like, oh my gosh, I got to go out here and kill it because I don't want all these little younger girls to one up me. So, but I get out there, and you know, it's my turn to go out, and there's a hole in the side of my dress. Now, mind you, I said I'm at a beauty pageant. I have a tattoo on my right hip, right where the hole happens to be. So I'm already like trying to cover up my other little tattoos. Cause you know, a beauty pageant, they want you to be a little more prim and proper, you know, sit up straight and, you know, you want to be a little more. So, you know, tattoos, it's like, you don't want a big old tattoo just popping out. So I have to walk down the runway, like holding the side of my dress like this to like make it to like, I tried to make it look like it was like a pocket at first. And then I just like kind of into it. So it was so awkwardly, but of course you got to finish walking. Like I'm not going to just stop on the runway and everybody behind me not go.
Yeah.
So it was the weirdest thing ever, but I got second runner up. I got second runner up.
Oh,
so
good.
And then
that's dope.
They were like we said earlier, I didn't let the fear of that, because I definitely failed. But I still won, but I failed. It was like terrible. I'm like, they definitely knew there was a hole in my dress, or something. They knew I was blocking me, making me awkward. So they're like,
they knew
okay,
something was wrong.
Right. You did good, but you didn't do great.
Yeah, that was a wardrobe failure right there.
At least you still killed it though, man.
Thank you.
Right. Wardrobe malfunction.
Right. Like I need a zipper or something. What is going on?
Oh Lord. Oh my God. Listen, if y'all ever find a picture on the internet, let me explain, please. Let me explain it. I'm gonna explain it right now on this platform to y'all. Y'all my witnesses now, so follow it. It goes right off of what you just said, DeAja. I didn't have a hole in my outfit, but see what had happened was I had one of the suits that was like, okay, I guess you could say like a bathing suit type outfit. But I thought
Like
it was a full
spandex?
suit.
The
Like I'm thinking like a bodysuit. Okay, you know how like you have a bodysuit and it covers you from the neck all the way down, and it's got little glitters everywhere and whatever the hell. Well, I'm thinking it's gonna go all the way to my ankles. No, girl, no, gentlemen. Let me tell you, it went. It's just like a bathing suit, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? I didn't have the spray like what Olympians they wear. They put the spray so the thing doesn't move. So now I had pantyhose, few layers, because you know how us when we perform, when what you don't know is that when women perform live, Nicki Minaj, all these other people, they perform live, they actually wear layers of pantyhose and tights. The layers at least up to like 2, because it gives a nice silhouette. It's just it's supposed to be more clean and for performing and for TV and things like that. So for this fashion show that was going on and I was performing for them, I had my outfit on, but my outfit in the center of girl wanted to kind of slide on over a little bit there. Nothing was showing, but it looked like something was showing. And so the comedian, when he got up there, he used me and he's cracking jokes on me. He's like, all I know is I saw LeeLee performing. I'm like, I didn't know what she was singing, but, and I'm like, really? I knew he was going to use me as a target. I knew he was going to use me as a target. Go figure, he's a Leo. I said it. He's a Leo.
Man. Yeah.
Man.
Leo Nation.
Wardrobe malfunction, Sacco?
Well, I never had a wardrobe malfunction or nothing like that, but I can say at my last show, the sound was distorted and it was kind of like the sound was messing up real bad. This is my last show. The sound was messing up real bad, but I always prepare for stuff like that. You know what I mean? So me and the band, we all learned my music like live, like completely live with no track in the background. And so when that happened, I said, "Oh, y'all, it's time to go live. Though. It's time to go live." And so we just put on a live show with no track in the background. We just did all my tracks live. It was crazy. It actually gave off a better feel live than doing it with the track behind it. But it was crazy. It was so raw to the point where when I got off the stage, like everybody rushed me, like, Joe, that was the best performance I ever saw, Joe. That was crazy. Like, how did y'all know the songs like live like that?
I'm so glad you got a rehearsal. I didn't get a rehearsal, unfortunately. Dang it.
That's dope. I'm glad y'all prepared ahead of time for that.
I always rehearse. Yeah.
They didn't give it to us. Yeah.
I already knew to prepare because I've been in that situation before. I'm like, man, we got to be ready next time. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that goes back to the title of this segment, you know what I'm saying? Fear of failing, because my fear of having that happen again made me be ready for the next time. You know what I mean? So I was already prepared. So if it happened again, hey, we already rehearsed this. Now we know the music live, man. So we killed it, man. We went crazy. So like I said, the crowd went crazy. After I got on the stage, everybody literally rushed me. It was like I was signing autographs. It was crazy. It was nuts. It was a crazy experience. You know what I'm saying? Just to have that happen and to be able to overcome, you know, not even having the music, but being prepared. You know what I'm saying? For that. So
now I gotta ask the question: what's your zodiac sign, Taco?
I'm a Taurus. I'm a Taurus.
Oh,
I'm a bull, baby. Is that
Sorry,
a scary
my daddy's a Taurus.
He said, "Was that a scary scream?"
See, I got scared for a second.
My dad. That's my dad. Listen, my dad's a Taurus. You good? You good?
He thought she was like, "No, run away."
Let's get it.
No, that's good. That's good.
Hang up the whole live. Shut down the whole live. You good?
I'm sorry. Yeah. A lot of Tauruses in the industry. A lot.
Yeah. Matter of fact, let me ask Taco real quick. You know what I mean? From going from four people in the crowd to 600, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like me as an example, and you know what I mean? I just use this as an opportunity to be great. Is where, you know what I mean? Every time I get on stage to perform, despite I'm very seasoned and I know my poetry like the back of my hand, things of that nature, still I find myself excited and nervous at the same time. But I just look at it as an opportunity to be at my greatest. When you went from 4 people in the crowd to 600, what type of feelings did you have? Like, what did that make you feel like when you was on stage? That, that's a big difference, bro.
Yeah, most definitely. Man, the atmosphere was crazy. You know what? I used the energy from the people coming. I was so excited to the point where once I said one word into the mic, I was comfortable. You know what I mean? And so you gotta use your excitement. You know what I mean? Like I did. I used my excitement, and I used that as fuel to put on a great performance and to get the energy from the crowd. You know what I mean? So imagine going from only 4 people to over 600 people. You know what I'm saying? That's a drastic change. You know what I'm saying? And so I just used my excitement. I was so excited that I had that many people in there that I just used that excitement and it translated into a great performance. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Yeah. Hey, we actually have our first comment of the day. I'm very grateful for my friend here right out of Chicago. Teresa Taylor said, she's actually the CEO of Global Empire Entertainment and Global Fire Magazine. Shout out, Queen. Peace to you. She recently had some knee surgery, so I hope you get it better, Queen, and quick recovery. I appreciate you listening in and everything. She says she will be in and out. Yeah, like I say, she recovering from surgery.
Well, yes.
Man, much love to you. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Much love.
Yeah, she does a celebrity interview as well. She has great interviews, by the way. Make sure y'all check out Teresa Taylor. But yeah, I'm sorry. What were you saying, DeAja?
Oh, I was saying I definitely have to check that out. Her magazine and stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
hey, we gotta make sure we follow each other too, man.
Oh yes, I definitely will.
So man, that's what it's all about on my platform, bro. Like that's what I'm trying to do. Like it's so important for me. Like, and I'm glad that you said that and you took the initiative to say that. We all have to follow each other because that's the goal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the use of being here together and then you forget about each other? You know what I'm saying? We bump into each other in the streets at the top in the industry, and we act like some people be acting like they don't know each other. Like we do shows together, and then people be acting funny. And I'm glad that you say that. You particularly is someone that I've met in person. Obviously, I know DeAja too. I haven't met LeeLee in person yet, but man, you never switch up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that one of your songs? Ain't that the name of one of your songs? Never switch up, something like that.
Or switch up.
Never change up.
Oh,
never change up. Right. Never change up.
Yeah, never change
yeah,
up.
man.
That's one of my joints. Yeah. Hey, y'all need to check that out too. I got a video on YouTube for that song too. It's crazy.
Awesome. Definitely.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah.
Yay. Can you look that up, please?
Yeah. Well, man, when it comes to fear of felon, you know what I mean? Again, to everyone that's late that might have just tuned in, we having an open discussion about, those that have overcome and how we in our lives have overcome or experienced the fear of felon and what it means to us and how we define it in our world. Because again, just to kind of double back, this is something that a lot of people suffer from because it really plays with your self-esteem. It can really, destroy you. It can determine if you're going to be successful in life. You know what I mean? If you're just going to be a person that stays on the couch and watch TV all day, and that doesn't make you a failure. And I want to say this real quick. Quitting sometimes can be a good thing because if you are so fed up with something, you know what I mean, God is always going to open up another door for you. If you know that you gave your all to something and you have to step away mentally, whether, for you have an anxiety or whatever the case, sometimes it's good to step away. You know what I mean? Like with me, despite I beat myself up when I say I stepped away from the poetry industry because of the death of my friend. Shout out to Adrian Helena Murray, may she rest in peace and rise in power. One of the greatest poets I ever knew and singers. But man, I needed that. I needed that mentally for myself to step away from the stage, and I came back when I was ready. So for anybody out there who feel like they are a failure and they might have stepped away or they quit, you still not a failure because you can still come back at any time. Shaka Khan, she stepped away from the stage for many years, but we don't remember her for the time that she stepped away from the stage. We remember her for the greatness that she is and everything that she is. You know what I mean? I met that woman, and man, just just an extraordinary person and very humble. Much love to Shaka Khan. But a lot of people step away and take breaks, you know what I mean? But it's about when you come back, how you gonna really remember. So, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody really a failure. You can determine and change up tomorrow. So, you know what I mean? Just like that. What advice would you give, you all give, to someone that, just feel like they're a failure? How can they get off, how can they change their life around?
I think it would kind of go with what LeeLee, well, what we kind of all, touched on earlier about kind of like just making sure, like being persistent and noticing your purpose. Like you were saying, if it's too overwhelming at that time, then maybe you need to take a step back and let another door open and give yourself that time to reflect and get to know, sometimes things change. Like I started out as a model and then I did something with acting and I became more interested in acting. And then I did theater here and I do, I do different types of forms of art. So then it gives me that outlet and that time to, like I said, reflect and refocus on something that might have brought me to a different path. Like now I've been going through with my full-time job. I moved from doing something that I, was semi-happy with, but now I do something I love. And I never would have thought, if I wouldn't have thought that this is where the one door closing would have got this door to open. So just keep looking forward.
Right.
Real.
Yeah, be open minded to different things. You know what I mean? I feel that way as well. You know what I'm saying? Being open minded to different things. You never know, where your path will take you. You know what I'm saying? You never know what your calling really is. A lot of people don't even be knowing what they want to do in life until something happen during life. You know what I'm saying? And points them to that path. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? You never know what you really want to do. So I was in college. I still had known what I wanted to do with life. I'm just like, man, I'm already in college. I'm scared. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just picking anything to do. You know what I'm saying? But thank God I got my degree. You know what I'm saying? I got it within business. And so if the rap or other stuff failed, I had a backup plan. And a lot of people say they don't have a backup plan because they don't plan on failing. You know what I'm saying? But you like you never know what life is gonna take you. You know what I mean? So you want to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's been said a lot. Being prepared. You know what I'm saying today. So yeah, it goes back to that.
Straight like that.
Yeah.
What you think, LeeLee?
Exactly. Well, I mean, it's like what you were saying, how sometimes you got to walk away from something too. It doesn't mean it's a failure. I had to walk away from a lot of connections and people that they made promises, but it didn't seem like a safe environment. And I've spoken to producers when I was like 17 all the way to like age 19, and these people they had connections. This guy had pictures of him with Whitney Houston. I mean, these were legit people. Oh, and my house is modeled, like almost every house on this block is modeled after mine. I didn't care about that. All I was interested was in going in the studio, and I didn't go by myself. I had a group with me, and then I had this one girl with me, and she's one of my friends, and she's like, well, because he was saying, oh, you might have to stay at this house. And I'm like, I'll stay at a hotel. I'm not staying at your house. I'll stay at a hotel. And I was like, we're not doing that. So he didn't like that I stood up for myself. I said, listen, I had just been raped and I was left for dead. You're not finna find me a desperate person trying to make a name for myself going off of you. I don't need you. If you're going to close doors in my face, that's fine. I'll build my own door and walk through it myself. I don't need you. That's another thing. And so I had to walk away from a lot of folks that just were no good. I walked away, even in film. I had to walk away from, in 2012, from this ghost hunt this person that thinks he saw ghosts, and he was like a ghost tracker type of person. And I said, I don't care as long as I'm getting paid. And then how many episodes we got to do? And he said he had a preliminary contract with Fox. That was a lie. He was dangling a preliminary contract of Fox with us. I was like, I do not care. And he wasn't lying about him being on one of the episodes, 16 and Pregnant or something like that. It was on a TV show. He wasn't lying about that, but I do not care. It's not like I haven't done work with Christy Swanson and big names like at least one time. You could be somebody that has met a big name actor or a big name artist one time, two times. That's good, fine, fabulous, wonderful for you. But what does that got to do with what you are doing as for your foundation? What foundation do you have? Or are you just trying to piggyback off of somebody else and take what they got? What do you have? And then I had to walk away from an LGBT plus whatever web show, which I finished the first season, and then I did the first the episodes of the second season, but it didn't go anywhere after that. Mind you, I didn't really see anything from it, and it was like asking for gas money. I was like, no, you're not paying me for gas. You're paying me for my service. You're paying me for my work. If you want me to film something for you, you need to pay me. So, but meanwhile, I was being nice, and I said I had enough. I mean, I found myself shooting a documentary, and I'm sleeping on a dog bed and I'm in Texas. And so now you want me to sleep next to y'all? I'm not sleeping next to you and with your funky feet. Listen, these women that they were talking about, oh, you might get turned out. You ain't turning me out, sweetheart. Sorry. No, I'll sleep next to the damn dog. That's fine. So I did. Yes, I used that dog bed as my pillow. And then when I finally got home from Texas, I said, never again. Now, never again. So I walked away from it and I started focusing on my stuff. Like what you said, I started focusing on my stuff. I said, when you said about the magazine company you was working for and you took a step back and now you worked on your own, it's funny because it's like I did the same thing before because I was like, why am I spending all this money? I'm actually spending more money than I'm receiving. Why don't I just do it myself? I might as well do it myself.
Right.
So I did. I said, done. Moving on.
Yeah, you never lose when you do it yourself. You know what I mean? It's nothing like having that total control at the end of the day, to where people's not controlling your say so and your future, your destiny. That's so important for us to really take control of the wheel. That's what I call it. I was living my life with one hand on the wheel, but when I started my own business, I started my tribute to women and things of that nature. That's when I put two hands on the wheel and I took control of my destiny. And now I determine my tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? With all, you know what I'm saying, respect that God at the end of the day can put his foot down at any time and like old boy be saying, turn your TV off. You know what I'm saying? Like at any time, like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that'd be like that though. But man, just before we get out of here, man, I really want to say I just salute every one of you all. I'm so grateful that you all came through, rock with me today for my show, The Square Table, where you always get back to your square, only at the Square Table with me and Mimie. And man, straight like that, you know what I mean? I just want to, just kind of what I do at the end of every show, I just kind of tell people what I think about them, you know what I'm saying, how I really feel, you know what I'm talking about, with just humble myself like that. And, you know, I'll start with DeAja, and I just want to tell you about how proud I am of you and how you continue to just be extraordinary. You know, like I say, I've worked with you in the past. I've met you, you know what I mean? And, you know, you just a really beautiful young lady. I just want to tell you to just keep going and don't let, you know what I'm saying, anything get to you. And whatever someone told you, that was a lie. If they told you that you couldn't do it. And just, man, you know, you are someone special and great. And that's why you're here today. And just continue to wish blessings over you and your family and everything. I got to meet your mom. And I look forward to seeing her tomorrow. And I look forward to this meet and greet that we're doing tomorrow. And I'm really going to learn a little bit more about you. So, yeah, that way. So, salute to you, Queen. And, you know, appreciate you. And again, both her and LeeLee is the host of From Her Point of View. We just had a show yesterday. And you all did great. Shout out to Wildflower, who's the guest. And shout out to all the guests. But, man, LeeLee, when it comes to you, you know what I mean? Everything you have overcome and the story you have told, you know, we've had great conversations on the phone and just learning more about you. And, you know, that's what led to me inviting you. And I'm glad you took the offer to be the host of the show From Her Point of View, along with DeAja. But, man, you are so strong and you are inspiration as well to me. And you someone that I can call on and, you know, when I'm feeling down sometimes, you someone that I feel like I can talk to in them times where I'm not feeling at my best. And you be having the right things to say, and you always be donating good ideas to me. Like, man, I said it, you should do this. I think it'd be great if you did that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we already be on the same page, but I just want to continue to wish you the best, to tell you, you know what I mean? Much love to you, and just keep going. And hey, you know what I'm saying? Your music too is awesome too. You know, y'all definitely got to check out her music. She do so many things, but her music is dope as hell. She got lyrics for real, bars. But man,
I gotta check
you
out
know what I'm saying?
Taco. Taco, gonna check you out.
Yeah, we definitely got to check out Taco.
Yeah.
Taco the man.
Check me out.
But man, just wish safety over you and all your family. You know what I'm saying? Much love. And I got to talk to your daughter. You know what I'm saying? She called me Uncle. I said it. So you know what I mean? Much love. Yeah, much love to her too. Man, Taco, my brother, like I say, bro, I'm gonna just use your song name, Never Change Up, as how I kick this off, because you ain't never changed up, you know, for the time that I had the chance to interview you on my show, Celebrity Interview. I said the show, and you just being thorough with me, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't even share flyers when I interview them and stuff like that, but you know what I mean, you didn't have no problem sharing that, and you have one of the biggest platforms, and you know what I mean, and you know, and still to this day, you know, your show that we did, I think it's 1.1 thousand views, and that's like one of my most views that I've had on any of my videos. And that was overnight, just because of the energy that you bring to the universe and your spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's what did that. So man, I just appreciate all your support and how you just humble with all the greatness that you have already showed, and you have great music, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I just love how, bro, you just out here and just you networking with everybody as well. You know what I'm saying? Man, you ain't no asshole. Straight like that, you know what I'm saying? You cool, and even a nigga that just brother just got his blue check. Congrats, he just got his blue check mark. Let's celebrate that, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Taco
sir.
just got his blue check mark on the IG, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, like that.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
You know what I mean? So like I said, we definitely got a superstar in the building. So, but man, bro, I just want to wish you, you know, while you out there and you going city to city, state to state, country to country, just wish safety with your travels and everything. And man, bro, and just continue to stick to your heart. And no matter what happens to you, man, stick to what you said. Never change up, bro. No matter what happens to you, you know what I'm saying? Because you know we got these haters. We've already overcame the biggest haters. We from the shy, you know, representing Chicagoland. So man, if you can make it through that, haters and jealousy, you can make it through anything, guys. You feel me? So man, salute to you too, brother. You know what I mean? And man, I just appreciate you being on the show today, all three of y'all. And man, just continue to just be great. And I look forward to networking with you all again. And man, you already know, if y'all don't know where you at right now, we at here at the square table. We come get back on your square, only at the square table, hosted by myself and my friend, the legendary Mimie Acosta, the last Thursday of every month. It's actually Wednesday today, but because I have my event tomorrow, that's the only reason it's on a Wednesday. But it's every Thursday of every month. You can catch the show 6 p.m. CST time, 7 p.m. EST time, and that would be 4 p.m. PST time to my people out there on the West Coast. Much love, and man, thank y'all for being here. Much love, and again, we're gonna go one by one and remind everyone how they can support y'all. Before we get out of here, I need y'all to do that. So LeeLee, go for it, please. How can they support you?
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, LeeLee the Goddess, and you can find me on all social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, Amazon. You can find my music. You can find my films. I'm also an IMDb Pro film director. You can find me on IMDb Pro. You could also find me on some other platforms with my music, and specifically my music video Money Over Fame, which you find on my YouTube channel, Flawless Dreams. It's one word, Flawless Dreams. You can check out films, live events, fashion shows, different things that I've been a part of, commercials I've done for clients. You can find it all there. So check it out.
And don't forget to pick up her shoes too. Jimmy, what they call Jimmy's,
don't forget to pick up my shoes. Thank you. I said it. They're called Gemsies. It's my first shoe line. They're called Gemsies. It is after my fashion line that is called Flawless Gems and Glamour. It is unisex. It's for everybody. So yeah, check out Gemsies. Just go to Alive Shoes .com/Gemsies, GEMZIES, Gemsies.
Yeah, that way. Appreciate you. And DeAja, real quick, please tell them how they can support you and continue to support your platform.
All right. Yes. Hello again, everyone. This is DeAja Marie, and you can find me on all social media at DeAja Marie, DeAja And you can find me on YouTube at DeAja Marie McGee. So it's DeAja Marie. And then McGee is McGee. Also, you can check out some of my theater work that I have at uatdrama.com. So just anything on my page, also on my Instagram, will lead you directly to my YouTube. I have a short film on there that you guys can check out that was entered into the New York Film Festival. So it's called Gene. Give that a little look-see there. And then also tomorrow, of course, I'm doing the meet and greet in Bloomington. So all my friends and family, please come out to Bloomington at 6. Or I said out to Bloomington, out to Jazz Up Front at 6 p.m. tomorrow. So I can meet everybody and give autographs and all that.
Dope.
Congratulations. I can't wait for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Thank you.
Taco, my brother, how can they continue to buy your music and support everything that you're doing?
My website, tacomusicofficial.com. Again, tacomusicofficial.com. Anything regarding me, my social medias, you want to listen to some new music, you want to listen to some old music, new videos, old videos, merch, show dates, anything regarding me, you go to my website, tacomusicofficial.com, man. You can find me there.
I got to come be in some of your videos. Get back out there with my music stuff.
Let's work. Let's get it.
Yes, definitely.
Oh yeah. Thank
you for putting that
up there. Of course, my new album Underrated is on my website as well, man. It's featuring some of the biggest names in the game. We got Wizkid on the album. You know what I mean? Wizkid, one of the top guys out there right now, man. So y'all go ahead and check the new album out.
That's amazing.
Yeah, my brother. And Taco, you know, he got a song with Twister, you know what I'm saying, top 5 all time, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's up.
Yeah.
Local Chicago.
I got the Never Change Up. Yeah, Never Change Up remix.
Yeah,
Twister. It's coming soon. It ain't dropped yet, but it's coming soon. We finished the song. I'm just waiting on the paperwork, and we're gonna drop that joint.
Amazing.
That's what's up. Yes, sir.
Ooh,
matter of fact, this is actually this is the shoe of LeeLee. This is actually out my magazine, the latest magazine that I just published. You know what I'm saying? This is one of her page that she has in my magazine.
Amazing.
So make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying, buy our shoes and support that. You know what I'm talking about? I couldn't find the actual picture. I had it.
Jimsy.
Yeah.
I see you.
I
I
love
see you.
that.
I see you.
I know, right?
Yeah, so hey, again, I appreciate all y'all time, you know what I mean? I apologize for being a little late. You know what I mean? We started a little late today, you know what I'm saying, to all the audience and everybody, but hey, you know, we got it done, and I hope that you all took something valuable away from this show again, and just, you know, help you to continue to prosper in your life and continue to go forward and to be able to accomplish and achieve everything that you are trying to do in your world. You hear me? So, man, again, salute to you, DeAja. Shout out and salute to LeeLee, the goddess, and to the brother Taco. You know what I'm saying? The one and only. Straight like that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, man. Make sure y'all catch us. Love all the way around. So, man, make sure you all support all of them and follow them on social media, and make sure you check out their website. All right?
For sure.
All right. Love. Appreciate you.
Network.
All right, we gone. Make sure y'all come to the event tomorrow.